Okay, 11 o'clock in the kingdom. We've already done a morning's work. Yes, for an old guy, we've done a morning's work already. So then we'll do this intro, and then we'll add the film footage from the staff after this here. All right, so we've gone into WHO-ville. We spent some more money foolishly, another $600 for gas and diesel. We have a money tree. Yeah, right. We're emptying the bank account very fast. Hopefully, I doubt the mining company, the Gong Show Mining Company, is going to reimburse us. But the main thing is the kingdom is here. All right, there's the helicopter right up there. Yes, they're flying over. They're doing their infrared checks to see where the hot spots are. All right, they're overhead. Okay, so we went out this morning with the staff with the D-6 known as Aggie pulling the water tank. But we're finding out that Aggie being gas start to diesel isn't working out because it was like 0 degrees last night. Okay, so that's 32 Fahrenheit and things were freezing. So I had the wood stove going on in the shop for the dogs, plus the heat on in the house, and we're using the welder in the welding sleigh. So it was nice to wake up when the house was warm. Yes, and a nice warm toilet seat too. Yes, I hate going out and sitting on a cold seat. All right, yes, all right. Stay focused here. So what we're going to do, I'm all screwed up. Oh, this is what, day 8 or 9 being sober. All right, so that's the gas cans there. So we have to keep an inventory of what's going on. And let's scroll this way. So the TD6 being gas start, it's hard to get going when you get the call. There's a hot spot. You know, we got to get there really fast. So having to start it on gas, let it warm up, especially plugging it in so the motor will start. Oh, this intro is not too good. Oh, I got the itchies. Yes. Oh, all right. That's better than a cough, the itchies. All right. So we've changed our mind. We're going to switch over to the Cursa reverse with the gas farm tractor motor for the United States. That way we hit the start button, it starts, we go. Yes, so that should speed things up by about 5 minutes, and we're on our way to the hot spots. All right, so that's what we're going to do now, is service the Cursa reverse being a gas motor, so we can go to the wilderness to pull the water wagon so we can tackle those hot spots. We are still not out of danger. Yes, I've gone around and around in circles, but the fire, well, let's keep going here. I'm not done till we're all dizzy. Yes, let me know when you guys are dizzy. Yes, and then have a drink. Have one for me because I can't. All right, so the fire is south of WHO-ville, and the wind's supposed to change and bring it back. Just like the ex-wife getting a new lawyer, coming back with round 4 or 5. So I'm not sure. Hopefully this is the last time and then life goes back to being normal. Yes, I don't know what is normal anymore. All we do is get up, how would you say, get going and keep going. That's all we got to do. All right, let's continue our day. This is the world's worst intro. But then again, I've been sober for so long. Oh well.
Thursday morning in WHO-ville, it's just after 10 a.m. We popped into WHO-ville to come grab some fuel here. We're gassing up the slip tanks, and there's a couple barrels in the back there that we're gonna fill up just in case. The power is supposed to go off today, that way they can do some repairs to a couple hydro poles. So we're stocking up on everything while we can. And look over here. Look at those cats. They've all been sitting there waiting. They pushed all the brush up back in here and made a nice fire break. Now we'll fill up the slip tanks and stuff and head back to the kingdom. Just after 2 p.m. and I was doing my hotspot checks, and in here where we were fighting the fire a few days ago is starting to heat up again. So we're gonna walk along and check for some hot spots. Where my dad is standing right now was smoking, but we got it under control. Now I'll head over and kind of look around to see if I can see any more smoke and stuff. You can't really see it unless you're on top of the smoke, and then you can look down and kind of see where it's burning in the ground.
Okay, 3 o'clock in the kingdom. We're back in the kingdom. Yes, look at that. Clear skies. It's all a misleading. Yes, like the ex-wife's wearing a low-cut shirt to show off her cleavage. Yes, these clear skies is misleading, like cleavage on the ex-wife. All right, so the fire's supposed to be coming back. The ex-wife fire, it's supposed to be coming this way. Yes. All right. So we're getting the town of WHO-ville is getting ready. Plus we're monitoring the hot spots over here because we just came back from doing that. So we figure tonight or tomorrow the wind's supposed to change and the ex-wife fire is coming right back to WHO-ville. Hopefully we're safe. Hopefully everybody's safe because we've had a relief in the action to get prepared. So we got the gas cans filled. We're keeping tally of them. That way's full, this way's empty. We bought $600 worth of fuel, yada, yada, yada. And the flags, look at them, they're a little tangled mess. Hopefully when this fire's over, that'll be me. Maybe I'll make a trip out to Daisy May's escort. All right, so there we came back with Aggie and the water trader. We went into the rough terrain because there's no sense stringing out 400 feet of hose when you can drive right alongside and string out 50 feet. Yes, we're getting smart. All right, so that's a diesel gas start. So we're switching over to curse of reverse. With the USA farm tractor motor, you hit it, start it, it runs and drives. So now we're playing in snow, or not in snow. Oh, move these lips. The intros are getting badder. This gibberish I'm speaking is sober is not good. So the bottom rollers have never had grease nipples installed. They usually have these plugs right here, and they're oil filled. Okay, those days are long gone, because this machine is 80 years old, so who says there's any grease or oil in them? But we don't worry about the rollers or anything like that, because they play in snow, and snow self-lubricates everything. So now we have to put the grease nipples in. But that's okay, because we have the grease nipples over there, and the special fittings we've had for probably over 10 years. Unreal. But we're getting it done. So now we got to take the hood off and adjust the hand throttle, because I made it and it doesn't hold it into place. Probably because I put too much never sees on it, because we need some friction. So that's what we're doing today. Also too, we have all the buildings aired up because of the 7 days of rainwater or sprinkler water. And also too, we opened the loader shed door, and the dogs, 6 months, have not got on that couch. They will not get on that couch, because as little rescue or little puppies, they were so beaten for getting on the furniture. As adults now, 5 years later, they will still not get on that couch. Oh, can we see it there, Les Nesman? Look at that. Isn't that unreal? They won't get on that couch. All right, let's continue the quest and get this cat ready in case we get a call out for more water. Hotspots, watering hotspots. Yeah, it's too bad I'm not watering the garden.
4 p.m. and I was just doing my 2-hour spot check, and I was on my way back into WHO-ville. I noticed some smoke up in the corner here. Wasn't sure what it was, plus my jugs were empty, so I ran back in and quickly filled my water jugs. When I came back, I noticed that the whole ground over here was kind of on fire. There was some smoke spots and a few little flames, but I was able to dump all my jugs onto it. Then I went to go get my dad, and he brought down the cat. Now we'll go over and hose it down really good. This was the spot I noticed on my way back into WHO-ville. As you can see, it's been burning pretty good for a while here. Not sure how I didn't notice, but when it's on the ground here, you don't notice as much until the white smoke goes up. Look at that. Now we'll get the garden hose out and soak it down. 5 minutes later, and we got the whole area soaked down. Hopefully that is the only hot spot, but I will be walking in the bush over here within the next couple hours to keep an eye out. I wasn't even aware this was here because I couldn't see the smoke until now. The reason why the hood is off on Curse Reverse is because my dad is adjusting the hand throttle, so this works out perfectly. Now we'll head back into the kingdom, and hopefully that'll be it for hotspots for a while. Perfect timing. Look who arrived. I heard on the radio earlier today that the water bombers were coming, and thankfully they arrived. Hopefully they'll get things under control. Just after 4:30, we made it back into the kingdom. I had to switch quads. My quad was acting up. I think it was getting a little warm from pushing it around in the bush, checking all the hot spots, but that's okay. We'll let it cool down. I'll take this one into WHO-ville, then come back in a couple hours and check all my spots. As we're doing that, I looked over. Can't really see it at the moment, but in between the V here, if my phone will adjust, in between the V here, there's a fire on the other side. I'm pretty sure that's down by the lake across the road somewhere, so it's pretty far away from us. There's enough helicopters and stuff in the air that they're watching it.
Okay, 5 o'clock in the kingdom, and it worked out well, getting a call out. Yes, a call out. So us going out with the water tanks, the staff in their quad and their water jugs, that is saving the Department of Resources, or DNR. Yeah, it's not Department of Natural Resources. Yeah, that is saving them a fire crew from leaving how would you say, another area to come over here, because it's usually 3 guys, 1 guy driving, 2 guys working the pump and hose, because you have to have safety. And so that we are freeing up a complete fire crew. Oh, these lips aren't working sober, but it actually worked out good because I was able to drive with the hood off and adjust the friction on the hand throttle, because I had to make that hand throttle when we tossed that gas motor in out of the farm tractor into the D-6, known as the Curse of Reverse. So I was playing around with that. So then I decided we have a loose fan belt over here. All right, so we decided we got the tools out to take the hood off, and we took the hood off. Yeah, so we took the hood off so we can make some adjustments. So we'll just walk here, walk and talk. All right, so to adjust the fan belt, you have the nut down in here. Can you see that, Les Nesman? It's around here somewhere. and then you just tap it and turn the collar, whatever, tightens the fan belt up. Also too, these cats are not made for playing in the dirt and stuff like that and bouncing around over rocks. These cats are winter freightening cats. That's why we have a windshield to keep the, how would you say, the wind off our face at the speed we're going of all of 5 miles an hour. But they are serving its purpose during the, how would you say, the ex-wife fire, forest fire. Yes, hopefully this will be over soon, and then these cats will, how would you say, go back to a relaxing lifestyle and not having to bounce over rocks and have fun. Oh my, then I can drink professionally again. Okay, 6 o'clock in the kingdom, and we're just gonna walk the dogs. They need their exercise. So changing out the cats to a straight gas motor cat works a lot better, because it's hard starting our gas. The diesel starts because they're set up for cold starting, not warm starting. So that's unreal. So we're all ready to go. The staff will do a, how would you say, fire spotting or whatever spotting check, and then she'll come and notify us, so we might be called out again tonight. All right, so everything is going good. The yard's kind of drying out from all the sprinklers, and the water bombers have come to town, and the fun's going to begin at the south end of town. Yes, the big fire's come back. The ex-wife fire has come back, this time with a better lawyer, so it's going to be a hell of a wallop tonight or tomorrow. But we're ready, we think. I'm getting tired of this, and we're not going car camping anymore. I can't recover from car camping. My legs are cramped, my back is cramped, everything is cramped. All right, let's go walk the dogs and make a video. Yeah, we can't enjoy a beer or anything yet. We still have to remain sober because we're on high alert. All right, talk to you later.